The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Welcome to the opening of Johnny Appleseed Festival. And here at the River Stage today, welcome Chris and Michelle Kiru's folk and violin, all the way from right here in Fort Wayne. Anything you'd like to tell us about the first song you're going to do?
It's just a folk song, and it's called Polly Wally Doodle.
A folk song, Polly Wally Doodle.
Now these are all before iPhones and everything else came into play. These are way before Daddy's time.
Oh yeah, these are back in the Civil War.
In the 1800s.
Huh?
I don't even know this thing. You want to try your hand at identifying Civil War articles and toys? What do you have? What do women use today to make their hair straight?
Hair straightener. Or a brush.
Yeah.
Pretty handy, huh?
Very good.
This is a toaster.
She figured that out. Chef, can you take this for a minute?
Lay a piece of bread
Go
on
find me
here.
a West foot.
All four sides. You do four slices of it. Once one side's done, you just flip them over. This is an old-fashioned washing machine. called a washboard. This goes with the toilet. It's toilet paper.
Yeah, like man, it died.
Kind of rough, huh? Use the red ones until you got to the point where you thought we clean, then use the white one to check.
That's our baby.
Ever played this game? Not even with plastic sticks? Pickup sticks. Now, is there a name on there that has bones in it?
Everything else.
And all this stuff is
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Which one do you think that is?
Alabama.
That's miserable. Yeah. Come see me at the end of the day. I'll tell you how miserable.
I'm gonna say she'll be a melted puddle by the end of the day.
They are. They're turkey neck bones.
Okay, this.
They used to play that instead of jacks.
I'll show you.
Oh.
You guys want to get? Oh, that's like your
This one,
board and
does it kind of look like an acrobat? Because that's what it does. It flips over and squeezes the bottom
Oh,
together.
that's so awesome.
This one's called a buzzsaw. I don't know.
Yeah.
You ever take a button and put it on a string and wind it up and then pull it like this? Well, that's what you do with this. It's called a buzzsaw. It rotates rather quickly. This one I wouldn't expect you to know. This is the G-Haw Whimmy Diddle. The thing that's interesting about it is that you can make the propeller turn both directions when you say you want it that way.
See the maze. Guys, go to Johnny Appleseed Park.
Alright. Okay, come on around.
And see. And see. Look. Jay. See. What's up, Jay?
right there. Right here.
And look. Look at that.
Now this way,
Maddie, come get Henry.
And you guys will come out.
On the other side of the board. And you go through the maze.
And boom, again. This spot. If you guys want to go to the maze, go to the maze.
Over here.
Go to the Johnny Appleseed Park.
We are out here at the Johnny Appleseed Festival, and so far we are seeing a lot of awesome stuff so far.
Yonder comes my bow. small. She turned around a time or two and swallowed shop and all. While the cabbage down, down, turn them whole cakes round. The only song that I can sing is by the cabbage down.
We are at the gravesite of Johnny Appleseed.
She's sitting down. Nobody called him that? It's been a lot of clean the big holes and done it. Buried it.
Ask me the 10 taps are named after Johnny Appleseed.
Hold on, bud.
There's Mr. Lincoln.
Actually, my father used to hire me out to work after we got the crops in, or this time of year got the crops out. Where the Ohio starts? Where? Pittsburgh, thank you. The rivers always start somewhere. They call that the headwaters. Rivers are like lawyers. They're narrow in the head and wide at the mouth. The other end is wide, and that's the mouth of the river. So, but the head of the Ohio is at Pittsburgh. So, nonetheless, there'd be people who would come along the road by the river, and a lot of folks traveled that road because you could make money from the river traffic, and there were corded wood and all sorts of supplies that folks sold because that was the great highway in the old days, and so there were some fellows coming along the road that were headed to Pittsburgh. In just a short time, less than an hour's labor.
Nobody. Shove his
cabbage down.
Enjoyed it. Have a good time today.
Department called Access Fort Wayne. Do you have a passion? Do you have an interest and you'd like to have a radio or a TV show of your own? You think, oh no, that's impossible. That takes billions of dollars. You go with your library card, you go down and call me and I will meet you down there and introduce you to Norm and all the guys that'll get you started. Just like if you're doing a home renovation, it takes sweat equity. They've got the genius to get things rolling. But you can have your own TV show. You can have your own radio show. And it is so exciting to be a part of that. And that's how I met Jerry. And here he is out in the crowd. And our next talent, Luann. Oh, is Luann is right there? Okay. You can bring your things on up and we'll get you all squared away. We'll get a mic check. But Jerry is just going to take a second here and tell us a little story.
How many of you have ever lost your cell phones? You ever lost? Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to keep track of a cell phone unless you have two of them. But being a magician, I never lose my cell phone. Like if I want my cell phone, I can have it anytime I want. There it is. That? Wow. So, yeah, I never lose that cell phone. So that's called sleight of hand magic. Here's another piece of sleight of hand magic. So I have a total of, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. One card is an ace, and another card is a king. I'm trying to hold them all here. A king, and the rest of these cards are just blank, okay? So I have an ace, a king, and 4 blank cards. I'm going to trade the ace for one of the blank cards. Okay? So, there's the ace and a blank card. Okay? And now I have one ace, two aces, three aces, four aces now. Okay? Yeah, I do. I'm going to trade one of the aces now for this king. Okay? Watch. Okay? And now I have four kings instead of aces, instead of blank cards too. I'm going to trade this blank card back for that king. And now they're all blank again. See that? Yet I only have 6 cards. I'll do one more. Okay, this is one you don't want to try at home, kids. See, this is a regular rope, okay? I'm going to put this around my neck. Yeah, don't do this at home, huh? Now I'm going to tie a knot in the front. This knot I'm going to pull all the way through my neck. Watch. Wow, huh? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jerry.
Back.
Thanks for coming up to say hi. Do you have a show on Access Fort Wayne, or are you a participant?
Yes.
In any of the shows?
Yes, I'm a producer of a show called Jerry Street Magic. You can see it every Friday at 6:30. If you have Comcast or Frontier, if you don't have either one of those, you can stream it from the library by dialing in Allen County Public Library, the first 4 letters, .explore, then Jerry Armstrong. And you'll get me and all the shows I'm in for the last 3 months. So every 3 months they rotate new shows in.
All right, thank you, Jerry.
Anybody can be a magician. So just give me a call. Okay.
Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for coming up and saying hi.
Thank you.
All right, Luann Hansen is here and is going to be coming up very, very soon. I learned that it takes 36 average-sized apples to make 1 gallon of apple cider. I have never done the economics of that. We're going to let who?
For maple syrup?
42 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of maple syrup. I have a friend with a sugar bush, and I have helped. I've got to help. That's an exciting.
How many PhDs does it take to change a light bulb?
How many what?
PhDs.
How many PhDs? Only 1, but it'll never happen without data.
Right, Excel.
Yes. How many introverts does it take to change a light bulb? Does this really have to be a group activity?
Oh, no. I don't call my hand.
Who lives in a cabin. Cabins are made out of logs lots of times. And what do you put between the logs so that little critters like rats and mice and wind and rain, so it doesn't get in the little tiny house? Does anybody know? What do you put in there? What do you? Oh, see, there you go. Thank you for being here, because she knows. It's mud. You put mud. So if everybody would make a little mud pie, can you guys make a mud pie? Yeah, you can make a mud pie too, grown-ups. You can make a mud pie. Make a mud pie, right? I'm going to do a grown-up story after this one, so hang in there. So make a mud pie, and then you clean on your hands, and then put all the mud in the cracks of the little cabin of this little old lady who lives in this house, so the mice and the rats and the wind and the storms, they don't get inside her cabin. And so this old woman, so she sits in her rocking chair every night. Rocking chairs lots of times make a lot of noise. Mine does. It's kind of creaky. So when you sit in a rocking chair, it kind of goes. I don't know about you guys, but my rocking chair is very creaky. See, and you guys make a creaky rocking chair? Let's hear you go. I'm not hearing too much out of that down here. You guys do a creaky rocking chair. I know you can do better than that. Here comes a little girl with a big red bow in her hair. She could probably make a creaky rocking chair. Let's try again. Here we go. Everybody ready? That's pretty good. Now she sits in her rocking chair every night, and she spins wool, and she cleans wool from her sheep, and it's in a big bag, a basket next to her, and she picks it up and she puts it on the cards. They're called spinning cards, and she cleans the wool like this. Scratch. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I know you guys can do that. Can you do scratch, scratch with me? Here we go. Scratch, scratch. Some of you are even using your hands. I can't talk without my hands. I tried once with it behind my back and I couldn't even tell a story. So I'm a dangerous girl in a restaurant. Have to put me in the corner, taking out a few servers in my time. So let's do that one more time to make sure we have it. Ready, everybody? Scratch, 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 scratch. And then every time she yawns really big. Can you yawn? Oh, that's an easy one. Everybody can do that. She stands up to go to bed. But before she goes to bed, she has to have a snack. It's not pretzels. It's not ice cream. It's not a bologna sandwich. Oh no, oh no, oh no. On her wall behind me, there is a big dead fish hanging on the wall. A big dead fish. She picks up her knife that's next to her rocking chair. She walks over, she chops off a hunk of the old dead fish, chews it up for her dinner. I think we could call it sushi before there was sushi. And she goes to bed. Now, every night she does this 3 times. 3 times sitting in the rocking chair, 3 times scritching, 3 times yawning, 1 time getting the butcher knife, cutting off a piece of that fish, and she goes to bed. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. Do not tell anybody here at all. Behind me, behind her, in the wall, you take out one of those loose boards and there's money in the wall by the chimney. All her money in a bag, golden coins. I don't know about you, but golden coins are pretty cool. So she has golden coins there. But she doesn't use them to go shopping. She just saves all her money and she puts it back and nobody knows about it. So it's shh. Now, are you ready for the scary part? I'm going to come. Oh, I don't know how close I can get. And he went to have lunch, so I'll just have to move back. All right, won't get that close. One night, 3 robbers come into town, really mean, terrible robbers. One robber is just kind of a short little robber. He says, yeah, I'm just going to rob for the fun of it. And the second one, he's kind of a bigger robber, and he says, I'm in this for good. But the third one, are you ready? The third one is big and tall, and he only has 1 eyeball. Because one of them got shot out once because he is a mean robber. And he says to his friends, you go spy on the old lady. When she goes to bed, we're going to get all her gold because I know it's in the chimney because somebody told me. So he only has 1 eye. And back at the house where the old lady lives, her fish, she already ate one of the eyes. So her fish only has 1 eye also. She calls her fish Old One Eye, this fish. So here we go. The robber, it's almost dark. The robber goes down there. He gets to the little tiny house, the cabin. He finds a little hole in the wall where somebody forgot to fix it, and he's peeking in with 1 eyeball. Can you guys do that? It's really fun. Can you peek in the rocking chair? Picking up the wool, putting it on the cards with a scritch and a scratch and a scritch and a scratch and a yawn, way high yawn. And she stands up and gets her butcher knife and says, I guess that's it, Old One Eye, time for you. She's talking to her fish that she eats every night. But outside is the meanest, toughest robber that ever lived. He saw her coming and he took off running. Now I'm going to tell you something. You think it's a little scary? It's really not. My grandpa told me that story down in the mountains of Tennessee. And my grandpa says sometimes on a full moon, if you look up at the full moon, which I hope you do every year, you're going to see 3 men running up there to beat the band. And those 3 men are those 3 robbers. They never stopped running because they were so scared from the old lady sitting in the rocking chair. And that, my friends, is the very end of this story. The end. The end.